Hey YouTube, welcome. Mike the Gambling Guy here. In case you didn't know that. If this is your first time, welcome, appreciate you. If you're coming back, appreciate you more. So today we're going to continue with our 31 days to financial freedom, and I'm going to be using, again, we're going to be playing the dance, right? Going with the flow of the energy through the shoe. And we'll also potentially be looking at the derived roads. Now I do have a confession to make. Since my last video, that night when I was actually that morning when I had started, I got back to even and went, okay, we're going to kill this video. Well, that night I went back on and I lost a leg. Unfortunately, I didn't lose it to the dance. Someone had actually reached out and said, hey, give this strategy a try because I'm 100% successful at it. 100%. Fantastic for that person. It just bit me in the butt. So unfortunately, it did cost me a leg, but we're building back. I'm not a hater. We'll be okay, right? We've got lots of legs right now because I'm more than 4 legs because I'm still doing a $5 unit. So I was like, I can put a leg at risk to try something that someone's looking at that wants me to give it a shot. Why not? So right now we're in the red room. So bringing these over. Let's see what we got here. We had a no, yes. No, no, tie doesn't matter. Yes, 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 yes. Ties. No. Boomeranged. Yes. So we had yes, yes. No. No. Did not boomerang. Yes. No. Did boomerang. No, no. 3. Yes. So it stopped on our 4th. Had a boomerang. And now we are ready to make another bet here on player. She does have a little bit of shoe left. The other room, she's really getting close to the end of her shoe. So we'll get our unit or 2 here out of this shoe, and then we'll see if what the black room's doing. Right? So if you're unfamiliar with what the dance is, let me explain it to you one more time. I mean, if this is your first time, it's your first time. But let me explain what the dance is. So the dance is if we see 2 mirrors or 2 no mirrors back to back, then we're going to bet for the opposite. Either if it was 2 mirrors, then we're going to bet for a no mirror on the next one. And because the boomerangs that I was talking about have not happened consistently, I'm not going to go with the boomerang here. Plus, we have a tie here anyway, and I don't play next to a tie. So I don't feel like I have to play every shoe. But look, there was, looking at the cockroach pig road, we had 2 really great trends that were running. Not sure how they, I mean, we saw how they treated on the dance. But if you're looking for another thing to look at, I mean, this had gone on a chaos tear for a little bit and then literally just went back and forth. And then I'm surprised this didn't keep going a 2x2, but that's perfectly fine. Here you have a solo, pair on chaos, solo on expected, at least paired on chaos, soloed on expected. Remember that this isn't player and banker down here. This is red is expected outcome and banker or banker. Red is expected outcome and blue is chaos. So but we're looking for patterns like this. So it'd be it's soloed at least paired, soloed at least paired, soloed at least paired. So here I'd be looking for chaos and I'm looking for it to at least pair there. That would be how I'd be reading the energy of the table. And the nice thing about the roads is if they did go, in this case, if it did change, then, well, we know that pattern just ended. So that went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, went 8, went 9 to get to here. So that was a good long run. This one certainly went a little bit more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Went 11 before it paired. So some great runs there. And you can see that I just missed this bet. So we had 2 that mirrored, and this one should be a no mirror at the top here. So this, if I wasn't looking at the drive roads, this should be going to banker. And it might not. So it might have just worked in our favor here. And that held true. So we're going to go with another $5 unit because it is now paired 3 times. And typically, I'll bet on the third and fourth. Again, I don't chase it. I'm not going to keep running after it. If it's not behaving, that's fine. It can certainly get on some long runs, just like you can see down here in the Cockroach Pig Road, how that got on some nice long runs. And hopefully right now, Player is going to continue its run, and it goes to 6 times. 7, I like a 7. 7's usually a pretty strong number. 7 gets a 5, I feel even better. And that was the right feeling there. So you can see the dance one. We got our 2 units here. So let's go out and check out the black room. So I didn't point out my balance. We started this session with 1,045. So when I lost my leg, it actually took a hit. Took me all the way down to 930. Right? So then yesterday I got back up to $1,000. And then today my goal is actually to get to 1,070. I know if you've been watching the videos before that, before Monday's video, you were like, but Mike, your goal is $65. It's 13 units. Right now my goal is 14. If I can do $70 a day for the next 4 days, that actually delivers me to 1,280 of where I want to be. So then that way I can go on to another unit. Oh, look, we got another opportunity to play here. A player would be a red bullet. Oh, I like that one. All right, it's just another $5. So this is how we're going to do the, again, we're doing the dance. So let's bring that positive energy, right? We're thinking player. We want everybody to be thinking player. We certainly want this gentleman to be thinking player. He's sitting down going, oh yeah, the player is going to win here. That's what he's saying. I can't tell you what he's saying, but he's feeling it. He thinks that the player is going to continue its dominance, because we've actually, in this year, we've had 28 players versus 18 bankers. So let's just keep that going with another player here. We open up with a 4, so we would know we'd be getting another card. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have played the third. How about this one? So now our bet progression, which I hadn't talked about yet in this video, is 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 5 units, 8 units. Hopefully we don't have to go to the 13 today, because that is that's the Fibonacci sequence. Or at least it's most of the Fibonacci sequence. The true Fibonacci sequence would be 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 5 units. But I think as everybody that does a Fibonacci sequence in gambling, they don't typically start with the 1-1, because it's hard to get anywhere. At least in the first 2 bets, we can at least step up and get a progression going. A little bit of help. Do the dance, do the dance, do the dance. Da, da, da. So we're 2 units away from making my goal for the day, baby. So let's go check out the black room, since we killed that one. All right, I don't see. Tip you. That'd be nice. I don't see the cut card in there, but we can see we had a yes, a no, a yes, yes, yes. A no, a no. So it did not boomerang. We had 4 here, and then it did finally stop on the 5th. So we wouldn't have got that one. Also didn't boomerang, but it did go 1, 2, and then out. And then it's gone 3, and then out. So I'm expecting not a boomerang here, but could possibly boomerang. So I'm going to go to single mode, and we're going to see it did boomerang. So we currently don't have a bet here right now anyway. So if this does go banker here for another no mirror, then I would be going for a banker. And it's interesting that I say that, because one of my videos, I literally asked everybody, what are we betting on? And I bet on the wrong side. Happens. I mean, this is a game of money. Should be concentrating more. Player's got a 6. Banker's got a 5. Banker's going to take another card. And they reduced. So that was another player. So it's right now it's going back and forth. And you can tell on the big road, you can kind of tell on the big road, because they don't show the whole big road, which, why do they call it the big road if they don't show the whole big road? It's just, gets annoying. The small road shows more. I mean, if the big-eyed boy road was going to continue on this cycle, that means it would be another banker here, because they would they'd have another red eye, because they're just continuing to be in that chop. So Baccarat 0 to 4. That's the one fun thing at this room. So they do have a 7 over 4, but this room will at least go Baccarat. The player has Baccarat. Right now they said banker has Baccarat. Apparently Baccarat means you ain't got crap. You got a big fat 0. So this is just going back and forth. Apparently not on the big road, because that just paired. But as far as on the dance, they are not two-stepping. They're just hopping. They're just doing a quick one step, right? It's just as you know, I'd play music if YouTube would allow it, because I got some fun music that I like to play when I'm playing, because the upbeat music. I know you're probably going, Mike, it doesn't matter. Doesn't influence this game at all. Maybe it does, because it is the energy of the game is what I am after, and that's what I'm looking for, is the energy in the game. People just don't know what to call it. You know, the trend is your friend. Well, what's the trend? The trend was the energy coming out in the game. So there we just had 2 no mirrors. So now, if it's going to allow me to make the bet before it kicks me out of this room, since it already gave me a warning on inactivity, and it only gives you a warning once. But if you're not sitting at home and playing at home, I don't know why not, unless you live really close to a casino that has really low table limits. Because this table limit is, if you look directly below me, is $1 to $200 in this room. The other room, I think it's $10 to $1,800 or $2,500, way more than I'm going to be betting. Now in the red room, it starts at $5, but I like the red rooms more. But if you want to know where I place, just shoot me an email at MiketheGamblingGuy@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to tell you where I'm playing at. I just can't say it within the comments. It goes against YouTube's policy. So let's do the $10. And in the black room, you also have to be pretty fast as far as changing your denomination, making your bets. The red room, they do give you some more time. And for those that have been listening for a while, appreciate your patience as I repeat what you've heard me say several times now. But are you playing on the site, right? Are you playing at home on a site? So it's 7 to a 3. I like 7. Don't normally get it with a 9-8, but hey, I like it. And so did she, apparently. So we got our unit. We are now 1 unit away. And are we going to get the boomerang? The boomerang might be a gutsy bet here, because she has not been boomeranging. I am not going. She did on the last one, right? Because it went yes, yes, no, yes. So she did on the last one. So sorry. Nothing against her. She doesn't have a lot to do with the energy of the game. She's just dishing out the cards the way the universe has placed them in there. And if you think that sounds hokey, I know it sounds hokey, but I have seen the energy at these casino games for too many years to where you could see that they're working. So we'd be looking for a player here, and boomerang. The energy was still strong enough on that side. That's what a boomerang is, right? It's the energy is strong enough that the energy is continuing, the vibrational energy is continuing to say this should be whatever side it's going to be on. In this case, it was the fact that we're looking for a no mirror is where the energy was. She's tired. Poor thing. It's a lot of work pulling them cards out, and I'd say she has to count, but she doesn't. She really just has to read her monitor. 7 to 6. No cards are taken. So she actually is, again, going back and forth. So let's go back to the red room. I like it more anyway. To see what's going on there. If we can get our last unit for the day. Get our goal. And we can get this video wrapped up. hopefully get it edited. Well, one other point that I needed to make is this is my last video for a little bit, only because I'm getting ready to head to my beach vacation. Probably maybe next Tuesday would be my next opportunity to record. Doesn't mean that I won't be playing, right? I still have to keep up my play. So we had a no banker or a no. I don't have time to get in here, so maybe that was a good thing. We'll see. Oh yeah, looks like it's gonna be a good thing because we're gonna have another no, and then maybe we can get a yes down here. So this would be our last unit for a yes. Now I understand I'm not going to get to 1070 if I hit this unit because of the commission. It's going to cost me a quarter. All I have is a nickel. That's okay. That gets me close enough. Because if I have to go to $10, well, it's even more. It's even more than that. As far as the derived roads right now, we can see that there was a divergence from the chopping pattern that was happening on the Big-Eyed Boy Road. And now we're both going to get another card. Player luckily went down. We have to beat a 1. Can we? No, we can't. Couldn't beat a 1. So let's try to get this to mirror up here, because this is actually now 4 and 5. I mean, sometimes right out of the gate, that energy is strong with this one. Do you think they made that stuff up? I don't think so. And if you haven't watched it, do my daily meditation of the law of attraction before you come out and play. Really get clear in what you're doing. So now we're just in a waiting game, because now we're going to go to our 3-unit bet. And what do they always say? That last unit is the hardest to get. They weren't kidding. So our next bet is actually going to be for $15. And again, I don't have enough on the derived roads to say I feel comfortable with what's going on there. The only thing I see on the main road, or the big road, would be that this is mostly going 2x2. Except for that one little hiccup there. And if that continues, this would make this another no mirror. Haha, that's why we're not chasing this, baby. That's why we're not chasing it. Because now we'd just be reaching into our pocket and praying. That's what happens. Do you have to reach into both pockets to do that? I don't know. So again, my next bet is for 3 units to get that back. The derived roads, man, we could see that, or we could say there's a pattern there. It's too early. With the derived roads, you really have to have some things in the shoe before you come in. And that's what's nice. When you come in later in the shoe and look and go, oh, yeah, you can clearly see that this is happening. So on the short road, I'd really expect that this is going to top out. So if that was going to be the case, what would I bet on here? I'd bet on player. So player would give me a red bullet on the short road, and that would also give me a no mirror here. Now, of course, the player does have some work to do, and they didn't do their job. So we actually just got our mirror. So now we're going to be going for our no mirror, because this is our boomerang bet. So our boomerang bet, because that energy has been so strong on the no mirror, let's get that to come back. That gives us a blue hash mark here, gives us a red dot here, and a red circle here. As far as the energy goes in the derived roads, I'm not sold on this one, but I was sold on the last one, and what did that do for me? It didn't really get me there, but at least I'm not going to lose this one. Again, I could tie, and we didn't. We got our refund back, and love getting the refund back on the player side of things, because that went on, nothing to worry about, right? it's coming back. I'm going to see what the other table is up to, because I think they probably had, yeah, they just started again while we wait for another result. So if this goes to banker here, then we'll have another shot on player. Which if that chop continues, so hopefully this chop is just going to continue and give us our last bet, baby, and I can keep my 6 cents in my pocket with my prayers. But if you haven't watched the meditation, daily meditation, law of attraction, it really does. It really does help. I know things that I say on there, you're like, really? I've got a picture of my light source coming down into my head, opening up the energy centers in my brain. Yes, you do. It is very important. We are surrounded. Everything is made up of energy. There's going to be a tie. Watch. Oh, no. It's going to be a smackdown. That's what that was. Like, I'm going to bring up a 9. The 9 is what we're going to show up with here. So that was on our 3rd. And now, of course, we're going for the 4th. But at least it's back on the player side. So let's see, what do we get here? We get another blue dot, like that. I like the blue circle. And the blue slash is okay. And I like the blue dot up here. So I'm actually feeling really good about the player. Remember? I feel really good, and sometimes it just don't work out. It looks like it's going to work out this time if we don't just have that tie. Still waiting to get bit by another tie, because that happens. But we made it, baby, and you brought it home with me. So you got to see the dance, right? We doing the dance. We doing the dance. So that is it for today's video, and it's really going to be it for not quite a week, but a few days, right? So I will see you again next week, and let's see if we can get our balances to grow, because I'm expecting you're playing right along with me. I really hope you are, and hopefully you've got the dance, because it's a really simple dance. Because some dances, I mean, I can't do, obviously, right? Hey, but truth's the truth. Sometimes truth hurts. Sometimes it's just funny to watch somebody dance and get a good laugh. But is what it is. So if you're not caught up on what we're doing, go check out my other videos. But please like the video and subscribe. We're really trying to build my subscriber base up. I do appreciate all the views that we've had, but I know there's a lot of people that watch and haven't subscribed. Just really appreciate your subscription. All right, with that, Mike the Gambling Guy, I'm out.